And it looks like McGee did not like the way that ball came off his bat. He got himself a new bat after that. 20% chance of snow here in Alva. Wind is coming out of the north-northeast at 10 miles an hour. Here's another ball fouled straight back. I think he needs to go back and get himself another bat, maybe one that misses the ball. Let's get a strikeout here for Nezzarella. On the season so far, McGee hitting really well. .333 hitter. 19 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, a home run, 13 RBIs. Very productive hitter here for the Mule Riders. That ball's going to be outside. Count moves to 2-2. Again, Brett McGee at the plate, 2-2 count, 1 down here. Top of the first. Man on third. Here's the pitch. High breaking ball. Not going to be in there. Count will move to full. McGee out of Pittsburgh, Texas. Left-handed hitting catcher here for Southern Arkansas. Here's the pitch. This ball's fouled again. Deep into the parking lot. That's car problems right there. Thank God I parked a little more to the right. Again, yesterday, Southern Arkansas picking up a couple of wins here in Alva. Number 18 ranked Southern Arkansas in NCAA Division II, having a good season. This ball's way outside, and that's going to be a walk. Just kind of lost control just a little bit on that one is Nezzarella. Coming to the plate now for the Mule Riders is going to be the first baseman, Cooper King. Cooper King had a bit of a rough doubleheader yesterday, going 0 for 9. But this is your cleanup hitter, and he's pretty solid. A .279 hitter. Has 11 RBIs on the season. Also holds a .410 slugging percentage. Rangers looking for the double play ball here. There's a ball fouled out of play, right-hand side. Brandon Nezzarella, right-handed junior out of Whitman, Massachusetts. He's from Massachusetts, but he actually went to Alva High School right here in Alva, Oklahoma. Here's the pitch, outside and low, ball 1. 1-1's the count. Runners at the corners. 1-1. Top of the first. Just 1 down. And the one thing the Rangers don't want to see is 1 run. So again, looking for that double play ball or maybe some sort of pop-up in the infield will be helpful here for Northwestern. This pitch is going to be low and outside, ball 2. Ryan Bowen, head coach for the Rangers, enjoying his second year. Off to a really good start, 10-6 overall. 3-5 in conference, 2 consecutive losses coming to this number 18th ranked mule riding team. Here's the pitch, low and ball. Thought he might have caught that. The umpire twitched, but he didn't go. So 3-1. Not a lot of fans out here in this 31-degree weather, but maybe we'll get lucky and a few more start to pop out there. But we do have a couple out here braving the elements. Runner does not go. This ball's going to be low again. Another walk. So back-to-back walks here by Nezzarella. That could draw some attention from the dugout. I'm sure coach is not going to want to see us let these base runners round the bases by walks. Have to force them to hit. Coming to the plate now, lefty Josh Walker. Walker yesterday going 2 for 7. Had a double and an RBI. Bases are loaded. No place for Walker. First baseman. And he'll look at, nope, ball 1. That one misses as well. And here does come Bowen. He's going to come out and have a little talk with this pitcher. Again, the elements are not ideal. I'm sure even for a pitcher, it's got to be tough. And coach waves the catcher off. It's like, I don't need you right now. I want to just have a little conversation with Brandon. Doesn't need to hear much, but he's going to force them to hit the ball. He's going to tell them stop trying to move around the plate too much. Make them swing. These kind of temperatures, the ball does not travel very far. I'm sure that's what Coach Bowen's saying. We can afford to give up a run right here, but let's not give up a run without them trying to hit the ball. All right, so 1-0 the count. Nezzarella getting comfortable. Back in his stretch position. Again, bases loaded, 1 down, top of first. No score yet. Brandon sets and deals. This ball is going to skate away, and a run attempt is going to come in, and a play at the plate. Calling safe. Brandon was just a little late to come in and cover the plate when the ball scooted away, and there was no chance to give a good throw from the catcher. And we're going to have a wild pitch resulting in a run scored. So the one thing the coach did not want to see was a loss of control. And Brandon just having a tough first inning here. So only one run is scored. If he can limit the damage, it won't be so bad moving forward. Catcher got a little dinged up in that play. I don't know if the ball hit him maybe in the thigh or bounced up and got him a little bit. The pitch may have hit the plate and scooted into him a little aggressively there, so he just needed a second to shake it off. So at the plate is the lefty Walker. This pitch is going to be in there for a strike, so that's good. Brandon recovers and gets a strike right there. Runners at second and third, nobody on first. Infield playing in. They want to prevent another run from scoring already here in the first. Just one in so far. Here's the pitch. That ball's low and away. Gets away again, and that's going to score another run. Too wild. That might actually be a pass ball. But look, it hit off the glove and then scooted away. I really can't tell from my angle. I'm right behind the catcher, so I don't see the ball coming in. Regardless, 2 runs have scored here without a hit taking place. And now I'm looking at over the Mule Riders bullpen. The starting pitcher for them is starting to re-warm up and get himself loose again. As this inning looks like it might be going on a little longer with nobody or one down here, a man on third. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Walker wanted to definitely send that one deep. Full count now. Walker waiting for his chance to produce, and this pitch is in there for strike 3, looking. And Nesrela bounces back and gets a big backwards K in the books on that one. Coming to the plate now is number 14, Justin Hanlon. Hanlon yesterday had a good day, 3 for 5, scored a couple of runs. He had a double. Right-handed hitter. He looks at ball 1 outside. Hanlon from Rockland, California, just a junior for Southern Arkansas. Want to know the count? Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 2, and we are starting to see somebody warming up down in the bullpen for the Rangers, as Nesrela is getting off to a really rough start here in the first, mostly from pitch command. This pitch, big swing and a miss. That looked a lot better from Brandon. That's the most comfortable I've seen him look since the first batter. So good job by Nesrela to bounce back and pitch a little better on this one. Here's the pitch. Cut back, straight back. 2-2 is the count. Not positive of who's warming up just yet down in the bullpen for the Rangers, but we'll get that here for you in just a second. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. This ball's crushing to left center. It's going to get a run in. That should be extra bases. Bouncing all the way to the warning track. Going to go off the wall. And going into second is Hanlon, as he has an RBI double. And the Mule Riders are all over the Rangers here in the first inning of game number 3. So definitely looked like Nesrela is pitching better. Unfortunately, that was too good of a pitch, and that one got tagged to left center. So he's going to have to bounce back here again. Man on second, 2 down, 3 in already. And the first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. At the plate now, left-handed hitting designated hitter Mason Peterson. Peterson on the season comes in hitting .217. 1 for 3 yesterday in the doubleheader. Here's the pitch. Check swing, strike. On the third base side part of the plate. Count goes to 1-1 with 2 down. Still seeing action down there in the Ranger bullpen. We might see a new pitcher in the second. This pitch is a little too far outside on the third base side. Count moves to 2-1. So far here on the top of the first, 3 runs on just 2 hits for the Mule Riders. been a long first inning defensively here for the Rangers. This ball is shot into left field. Looks like it should be playable for Daschle. And Johnson squeezes it, makes the play, and that'll be all. So we head to the bottom of the first, and Southern Arkansas on top 3-0. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in Alva, Oklahoma. This is Fred Aubuchon bringing you Rangers baseball. So top of the first inning, and the Mule Riders did a great job putting up a couple of runs. They're up 3-0. I didn't get through the full lineup yet for the Mule Riders. Players that did not bat in that inning: number 8, Dakota Wright, and the number 9 spot, Devin Beard. On the mound now here for Southern Arkansas is Tanner Vaught. Vaught has a 5.59 ERA. He's 2-0 on the season. He's thrown 19 1/3 innings. He's given up 18 runs, but only 12 of them have been earned. And his strikeout to walk ratio is impressive: 19 Ks to just 8 walks. And coming to the plate for the Rangers is going to be Carlos Andujar. Shortstop, number 23, going to be batting left-handed against the right-handed pitching Vaught. Batting second will be Daschle Johnson. Third, Luis Mendoza, and cleanup Justin Bundy. And we'll get you the rest of the lineup for the Rangers here in just a few moments as we watch for the first pitch here from Vaught. Working from the wind-up position, he sets and deals way outside ball one. So we believe that warming up in the bullpen was Jacob Ewing. There's still some mulling around down there, but nobody else is throwing at the moment. Here's a high dribbler towards first base. Going to be a tough play. The pitcher covers well, and the first baseman throws him out. And it was close. It was a bang-bang play with a high bounce, but regardless, it's going to be one down here on the ground out. Coming to the plate, number 2, left fielder Daschle Johnson. Johnson 3 for 6 yesterday with a couple of RBIs. I'm going to give you some highlights from yesterday's games as well. Just a couple of things to tell you about what happened in the doubleheader. As we see the first pitch here to Johnson, in there for strike one. Yesterday, game 1 was 7-5 in favor of Southern Arkansas. Here's the pitch. Shot to third base, easily snagged by the third baseman. Throw over to first, and 2 quick infield outs here for the Mule Riders. And also in game 1 yesterday, Bo Britton pitched really well yesterday in a relief position. He went 2 2/3 innings, gave up no runs, had 3 strikeouts. Bryce Donovan went 1 for 1 with a 3 RBI triple. And both Bundy and Whitehouse were 3 for 4 in game 1 yesterday for the Rangers. As we see ball 1 low there to the number 3 hitter, Luis Mendoza. Second pitch to Mendoza. Shot into center field, base hit. There's the first hit of the game for the Rangers here in the bottom of the first. Big turn at first base, and Mendoza heads back. Real bummer for Mendoza yesterday. Luis Mendoza went into the doubleheader yesterday with a pretty good hitting streak, and he got a hit in the first game. But in game number 2, he went hitless, ending a 13-game hitting streak on the season. Nice to see him bounce right back here with a base hit right up the middle. A lot of base hits up that middle of the field. So Mendoza on first. At the plate right now, cleanup hitter Justin Bundy. And he'll look at ball. Oh, strike one. Looked a little low, but strike one. Bundy not a short player, but he got the short player call there from the umpire. 0-1 the count now. 2 down, bottom of first. Mule Riders on top, 3-0. Mendoza on first, working from a long stretch position. Big swing and a miss. Strike two. Vaught, the pitcher for Southern Arkansas, stands in a very long stretch position from the third base side of the rubber, and then he pops up quick and releases. So it almost looks like he's in his full extended position already when he's just standing there. That ball's way outside, almost a pitch out. It was so far outside. Count goes to 1-2. Home plate umpire looking down to the third base side of the field for something. I don't know if he's communicating with the third base coach or if the third base coach was complaining about something, but they look like they were having a conversation. Here's the pitch. Ball's hit to second base side, fielded by the second baseman, thrown to first, and that'll be the third ground out of the inning. And the Rangers go down quietly here in the first. We head to the top of the second. Southern Arkansas on top, 3-0. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in Elva, Oklahoma. This is Fred Aubuchon bringing you Ranger Baseball. We already have a position change. Coming into the game now is Bryce Donovan. He'll be doing the catching duties for Jake White. So Jake had a bit of a rough first inning fielding the ball, and I think he may have got hurt on one of those wild pitches because he took a long time to get kind of back into position after one of them, and it looks like he's been pulled from the game. I can't imagine he got pulled from those pitches or pass balls or wild pitches, whatever they're recorded as. Nezrella's first pitch is low and outside for ball one. There's a good-looking pitch there by Nez, and the ball is on the inside for strike one, fouled off. At the plate now is Dakota Wright. Wright yesterday was 2 for 6 with a couple of RBIs and a few runs scored as well, and he had 2 stolen bases. A lot of speed here in the number 8 position for the Mule Riders. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Big breaking ball. Just misses. I thought that might have caught the upper inside part of the plate, but obviously this umpire doesn't see it that way. 2-1 now the count. Nobody down. Top of second. 3-0. Mule Riders on top. Here's the pitch. Ball shot into right center. Curving towards the right fielder, but deep. Way back, and nice fielding play out there by Bundy. Deep in right center. Making the catch. So a quick one down here on the top of the second. Coming to the plate, Devin Beard. Beard had a bit of a rough day yesterday, going 0 for 7. A .210 hitter coming in for Southern Arkansas. Righty on righty matchup. Here's the pitch. That ball's just outside ball one. Not a lot of first pitch strikes here for Nezarella. He works from the middle of the rubber, and he wants to work quick. It looks like he's getting a little fired up, and he just wants to throw right now as this pitch is just inside. So One thing that Nesrela is doing is he's finding what is a strike and what is not a strike here with this umpire. He is painting different angles of this plate. Here's the pitch, way outside, ball 3. So a quick 3-0 count. I think he's just overthrowing a little bit. James Ellis is my side man working the camera. I'm maybe going to get his opinion. What do you think, James? He chuckles and agrees. He says, yep, just overthrowing a little bit. James Ellis, a member of our football program. We're talking football when the mic is off in between innings. We're both fired up for the football season next year. Football team's been working hard, right? Preseason workouts. Yes, sir. I like that. Oh, come on. That's got to be a strike. Not a strike. Just missing. So Brandon having a tough time, but he's also getting squeezed. As that looked like a good pitch on the inside part of the plate there, but 4-0. And there's a walk. Man on first. Come back to the plate again is leadoff hitter Justin Baker. Man on first, 1 down, top of the second. And this ball is going to be fouled off right-hand side. So again, 3-0 here on top of the second. The Mule Riders putting up 3 runs quickly here in the first inning. They're trying to add to that total. Beard over on first. Quick throw to first. Nice looking move over there. Owen won the count, 1 down. Vaught not getting much of a lead. I don't think he's a stolen base presence at the moment. Shot up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. Slow roller that got into center field, but going to be picked up quickly there by Ponce. And now we have 2 on with 1 down. And coming to the plate, Jansen McCurdy. So McCurdy at the plate now. Again, 1 down, 2 on now here for the Mule Riders. Here's the pitch. Big breaking ball. I tell you, I don't think this umpire is liking Nesrela too much. There was nothing wrong with that pitch right there, and now the count is 1-0. And I'm starting to hear some chirping from the Rangers bullpen, or from the dugout. That was a good pitch, not called for a strike. This pitch inside, ball 2. McGurdy so far 0 for 1 in this game. Baker picked up his second hit with that last single. This pitch way outside, 3-0, and I think we've about seen the end of Nesrela, unfortunately. The cold weather, the small strike zone, this is not looking good, and we're seeing more movement again in the bullpen for Northwestern. Just a bit of a tough outing for the young man. I'm sure he'll bounce back. We just got to get some sunshine out here. That one's going to miss as well. And the pitching coach is going to come out now for the Rangers to give the bullpen a few more moments here to warm up. And it's just been just a bit of a tough morning or tough afternoon here for Nesrela. With this slow walk by the by the coach, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in Alva, Oklahoma, Myers Stadium in the Glass Family Field. And the bases are now loaded, and at the plate is Brett McGee. And we got a strike call by the home plate umpire, and there was some cheering going on from our fans of the strike call. McGee yesterday 1 for 2. Good hitter on the season, 333 hitters. And that one's going to be ball 1. So, again, bases loaded, 1 down. Activity in the bullpen for the Rangers. Nezzarella working from the stretch position, trying to get out of this jam. He sets and deals. His ball is shot into left field. Should be playable by Johnson, but that's probably going to score a run. It's definitely deep enough. The runner tags. Good throw in towards third base, and there will be no other advance of runners, but the runner from third does score. So a sacrifice RBI from McGee. And coming to the plate is going to be Cooper King. King walked his first time up and scored a run. And there are now 2 down here in the top of the second. Men at first and second. King, a right-hander from Harrison, Arkansas. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be outside. Just misses. Again, small strike zone. You got to thread the needle here to get a strike call from this umpire. Tough thing is, with such a good hitting team and the number 18 nationally ranked Mule Riders, that they usually hit those balls that are in that small strike zone. That ball scoots. Nice stop there by the relief catcher, Bryce Donovan. Nice to see Donovan get some more playing time. Yesterday he only had 1 at bat, but it was a doozy, a 3 RBI triple as a pinch hitter. So I like to see him getting back in there too. But I sure hope there's a shot to third and be foul. I sure hope Jake White is okay. Hopefully it was no serious injury. And with this cold weather, even a minor injury is amplified just a little bit. Again, 2 down here now, top of second. Men on first and second. 1 run has scored. There's a good-looking pitch in there for a strike. Good call. 2-2 is now the count. King was just looking on that one. He did not take on the curveball. Here's the pitch, and that one's way inside. King did not appreciate how tight that one was. Count is now full with men on first and second, 2 down. The runners will be moving on the pitch. So a base hit would definitely be a problem here as far as run production. And his ball's hit slowly to third. Going to be a tough play at first. Long throw for Randles, and he gets him. Great play by Brock Randles. And the damage is minimal. So Nezzarella has a chance to come back out in the third, possibly. That was a good finish for him there. Good defense by the Rangers. We head to the bottom of second. 4-0. Mule Riders on top. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And welcome back here to Myers Stadium in Alva, Oklahoma. Bottom of the second inning, Rangers down by 4. First inning only had 1 base runner and 3 ground outs. And starting pitcher Tanner Vaught ready to deal. And he'll just miss low and away, ball one. Januel Ponce coming to the plate now. Ponce yesterday, 3 for 9. Pretty solid day. Also had a walk as he'll look at a good-looking pitch there for strike one. 1-1 now the count. Ponce from Vieques, Puerto Rico. As you'll see a breaking ball high for ball two. Redshirt senior. Solid player here for the Rangers. That ball's way outside ball three. Ponce hitting .351 on the season. He's in the top 20 in the conference in batting average and top 10 in many categories. As he'll look at ball four. So a leadoff walk here for the Rangers. That's a great thing for them right now. Coming to the plate now, Colton Whitehouse. Whitehouse went 3 for 4 in game one yesterday. Colton Whitehouse out of Mansfield, Texas, a redshirt junior. Came from Tyler Junior College as he looks at ball one. And it is, no offense to the Mule Riders, but it's nice to see them have a little bit of loss of control in the pitching and maybe give our Rangers a chance to hit some more ideal pitches. They're a heck of a hitting team, one of the best in the conference. Many of their players in the top 10 in the GAC in batting averages. They see ball two now. And Vaught having a little problem right now finding the strike zone, throwing 7 pitches and 6 of them have been balls. Again, he works from a very elongated stretch position, third base side of the rubber. 2-0 count. He sets and deals. That ball's outside again, ball three. And so far, Whitehouse getting nothing to work with. Colton, the DH here for the Rangers. 4 for 8 yesterday with a couple of RBIs. And here's the pitch way outside and back-to-back walks. And it looks like Vaught says, I don't like that baseball. Please get rid of it. And the umpire doesn't want to. But he will exchange it. Coming to the plate now, Brock Randalls. Randalls made a really impressive play at third to end the last inning. It was a tough one he had a charge on and made a perfect throw to help Nezarella and the Rangers get out of that second inning with only giving up 1 run. But he's in a position right now where he could do some major damage. Randalls yesterday just 1 for 6, did have an RBI, but great on the season so far, hitting .292 with 4 home runs. And he bunt, pulled back, ball one. The runners were moving a little bit. I think that was going to be an actual sacrifice, but the pitch was outside, and Brock didn't go fishing. He held up. Randall's from Baldwin City, Kansas right now in a great position. First baseman and third baseman cheating in for the possible bunt. He's squaring early. He's showing sacrifice. Perfect dead bunt right at the pitcher, and that's going to advance the runners to second and third, and he's almost safe at first. Good-looking play there by the first baseman, Josh Walker, to cover and throw it over to the second baseman covering first, Austin Baker. But perfect sacrifice bunt there. And now you have 2 Rangers in scoring position with only 1 down. Coming to the plate, number 44, second baseman Tanner Rutledge. Lefty-righty matchup. This is a great matchup. As so far, it's been difficult pitching to the lefties. A lot of walks, a lot of balls thrown. And Vaught in a position right now where he needs to get this hitter at the plate. But the Rangers want to produce. Here's the first pitch way outside, ball one. So as we just said, just having a little bit of a hard time throwing to these lefties. I don't think Coach Bowen would mind one bit and getting the bases loaded with 1 down. Ball two, outside again. So Rutledge in a position to help his team right now in one of 2 ways. He gets a hit or advances runners. That scores a run. Or he could get on base here with a walk as well. That would bring the tying run to the plate if that were to happen. Well, time called. We'll regroup and do this again. 2-0 the count, 1 down off the sacrifice bunt. Bottom of second, men in second and third. This pitch is fouled off third base side out of play. And that's one thing we don't want to see is a pop fly on the infield in this situation. So dropped his back shoulder a little too much on that swing. Level that out, and he could scoot that through the third base side. or left side of the infield, that would be a nice place to go. But up the middle is wide open. 2-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. Outside, but called for a strike. That's a gracious strike call there for Vaught. And the count does move to 2-2 right now. Rutledge ready, Vaught ready. Here's the pitch. Oh, he went fishing because of that last call. That should have been a walk right there. That was 2 pitches outside, but one of them got called for a strike, and this one forced Rutledge to cover, and so he swung at a bad pitch there. The count stays at 2-2. Rangers needing to produce in some way. Here's the pitch. Shot into right field. It's going to score 2 down the first base line, and it's dying out of bounds. He's going to go. Oh, they hold him up. He was going to go for 2, but it does score 2 runs, and the Rangers dugout is going crazy. They are all fired up right now as Rutledge stayed with that ball and just drove it into right field for a 2 RBI single, and the Rangers are on the board. This looks a lot like yesterday now, hanging with this great team from Southern Arkansas. Northwestern having a good season. They can produce as well. They just got to get their rhythm going. And at the plate now is going to be the new catcher. Shot to deep left center. That's going to be a tough play. No, it's misplay by the center fielder. It gets away from him, and that's going to just end up being I think that'll be recorded as a single. That's not going to be an error. The center fielder for the Mule Riders, Dakota Wright, had a good chance at that one, but it was a long run, and the wind just kept moving it away from him, and it just goes off his glove. I didn't see the actual score on that one, but that should be a base hit. So, yeah, I think it is a base hit. So the number 9 hitter, and again, replacement hitter, Bryce Donovan, who had a big day yesterday with a 1-for-1 3 RBI triple, produces again and gets a base hit here. It is recorded officially as a hit, and that's going to bring to the plate leadoff hitter Carlos Andujar. Andujar 3 for 9 yesterday, and he slaps one into left center. It's going to be a base hit that should drive in at least 1 run. Fielded nicely, thrown to third, and no chance of getting him, and there's an RBI single. And all of a sudden, the Rangers have got new life here in the second inning as they've put up 3 runs with just 1 out so far. And Carlos Andujar, an exciting player here for the Rangers, been producing all season. Andujar picks up his, Andujar picks up his 5th RBI. Boy, it sure seems like he's got a lot more than that, but that's a crucial hit right there as you now have runners at the corners. 1 down, Dashiell Johnson, who's hitting .354 on the season. Very impressive. Coming to the plate now with the chance to help tie this game up or more. Popped up right behind home plate, possibly playable. And since I heard the thump on top of the dugout, or on top of the press box here, I guess it's out of play. But that looked playable for a moment. 0-1 the count. Dashiell Johnson, .354 hitter here, one of the top hitters in the conference at .354. Yesterday he was 3 for 6, 0 for 1 in this game, but has a chance to really help his team out as that ball's low and away, ball 1. So what was looking a little bit stressful here for the Rangers in this game 3, a game they desperately want to take away from Southern Arkansas, all of a sudden this game was 4-3 here in just the bottom of the second, and we could have a great game here, a 9-inning game here on a Saturday afternoon. Here's the pitch. Outside. Oh, called for a strike. Called for a strike. It's almost like we're seeing a strike zone on the water. It just kind of moves around with depending on the different waves that are coming in. 1-2 now the count. 1 down, men at first and third. Here's the pitch. That one's way outside, bounces in front of the plate. Great stop there by the catcher, McGee. That saved a tying run. He really had to move to make that save, but he did it. And we're starting to see some movement now in the bullpen for the Mule Riders. So both bullpens are active here in just the second inning of this game. That shows you how much both these programs want this game. Throw to first, back safely is Andujar. Pretty impressive, this Southern Arkansas team. They come in here at 12-4, 7-1 in conference. Last year, they were the conference tournament champs. Head coach Justin Pettigrew in his third season. There's a shot between short and third, gets through. Base hit. Johnson's excited, rounding first. That's going to be an RBI single, and all of a sudden, we're all squared up again. 4-4 here in just the second inning, and the Rangers are flying high, and the Mule Riders are just all relaxed and not really happy with what they're seeing right now, but they're good. They're definitely not a team that's afraid of being challenged. Coming to the plate now, the number 3 hitter for the Rangers, Luis Mendoza. First baseman had a base hit in his first plate appearance, and if he gets a base hit here, that's going to do some damage for sure. And coming to the mound is going to be one of the coaches for the Mule Riders. So we're going to take a break for a second. We'll be right back here on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again, still in the bottom of the second inning, tied 4-4 at the plate. Luis Mendoza with 2 on and 1 down, and he hits one slow one to the pitcher. He turns and looks at third and second. Either one of them would have been a play, but instead he just turns and throws to first. So not considered a sacrifice, but works the same as one, as runners are now in scoring position at second and third. And coming to the plate, right fielder Justin Bundy. What a season Bundy is having for the Rangers. He is in the top 10 in the conference in batting average, slugging percentage, on-base percentage, hits, runs, RBIs, and he's number 1 in home runs. And how fun would that be to see one of those happen right here to give the Rangers the lead? It is early. There's a lot of baseball to be played, but pretty exciting. 4-4, bottom of second. Here's the pitch. It's going to be low and inside for ball 1. Nice lefty-righty matchup in favor of the Rangers right now. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera or not, or on your TV or computer, but the second baseman for Southern Arkansas is playing short right field. He is definitely concerned with the power of Bundy and wants to get as much coverage as he can. It'd almost be fun to see a drag bunt right here from this big home run hitter, because he would easily get on first and definitely would score a run. Counts 2-0. Here's a pitch. I can't tell if there was time called on that or not. I think there was. Yep, that is not going to be a pitch. So the time was called before the pitch was thrown, so the count remains 2-0. Bundy should get something to look at here, but first base being open, I don't think you give him his pitch. That's just catches the outside part of the plate. The plate itself is white with a little bit of a black border with a lot of red dirt around. I would say that caught the red. Count goes to 2-1. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be called again for strike 2. This ball could not be any more outside and still be a strike. So some perfect pitching by Tanner Vaught right now, getting just enough of the plate for strikes on the outside part of the plate, because he does not want to come inside to Bundy. His pitch is fouled straight back. Very similar pitch to the last two, and this time Bundy does take a cut at it. When you're working with an umpire as a pitcher, you want to find out what he'll call for balls and strikes, but as a hitter, you have to respect what's being called. And that pitch is being called, so Bundy has to swing at that, and he did, and he had a good cut at it, just fouled it straight back. And here's the 2-2 pitch, way outside, ball 3. Bundy does not chase. Again, great hitter here for the Rangers. Bundy is hitting a ridiculous .414 on the season with 5 home runs and 16 RBIs. Count is full. 2 down. Here's the pitch. Shot to center. It should be playable. No, it's rising, going deep against the warning track, almost against the back wall. Nice catch by the center fielder. right. That ball was hit well, but just not deep enough. But the Rangers come back to score 4. We are all tied up, heading to the top of the third. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in Elva, Oklahoma, the Glass Family Field and Myers Stadium. Top of the third inning, and we have a brand new ball game now. As the Rangers put up 4 in the bottom of the second, we are tied 4-4. We do have a pitching change here for Northwestern. Dylan Van Osbury, right-hander throwing from the stretch position, sets and deals, and he'll get strike 1 there. That's a good pitch by Van Osbury. At the plate right now for Southern Arkansas is number 20, Josh Walker. This pitch is way outside for a ball. Walker 0 for 1, struck out his first time up, and that would have been against starting pitcher Brandon Nezzarella. Nezzarella goes 2 full innings, gives up 4 runs, and he will not be charged with a loss or get the win, as we're tied up here now 4-4 as you see ball 2. Van Osbury's last time appearing for the Rangers was back on February 25th. He got a no decision against Oklahoma Baptist through 2 2/3 innings, but gave up 5 runs. Did have 3 strikeouts and no walks, though. And here's the pitch. Catches that one. That looks like the pitches we were seeing last inning being called for strikes, so we're now seeing a little more consistency from the home plate umpire, as these lefties are not going to be getting many balls inside since that outside strike is being called. Count moves to 2-2. And here's the pitch. That's going to be hit through the right side into right field for a base hit. So number 20, Walker, picks up his first hit of the game. Coming to the plate, Justin Hanlon. Hanlon had an RBI single his last time at the plate. Winds are starting to gust a little more. Start off about 10 miles an hour. They're definitely picking up. It's about 32 degrees outside right now here in Alva. This is a good-looking pitch called for strike 1. So Hanlon looks at strike 1. Nobody down, top of the third, 1 on. Again, we are tied 4-4 in Game 3 of this 3-game series in conference play between Southern Arkansas, number 18 in the nation, and your hometown Northwestern Oklahoma State University Rangers. Ball 1. Both bullpens are kind of quiet right now. Van Osbury works from the extreme third base side of the rubber. His right foot's on that edge of the rubber, and his left foot is actually closer to third base. So he pitches across his body. Big breaking ball hit down third base side and foul, just out of play. Reminder, we have a new catcher in the game. Number 37, Bryce Donovan, took over for starting catcher Jake White after Jake may have had some kind of a injury. I don't think it's anything serious because he finished the inning, but he definitely is out of the game now, so we hope Jake is okay. 1-2 now the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and big strikeout there for Van Osbury, who records his first out in this game. Coming to the plate now, the DH, Mason Peterson. Peterson causing a lefty-righty matchup. 1 down, 1 on, top of the third, 4-4. Walker over at first does not get a big lead at all. He is not a stolen base threat. And strike 1, that was actually over the heart of the plate right there. I think it's one of the first pitches we've seen to a lefty that's been right over the heart of the plate. And I got to be honest, I think Peterson was surprised. 0-1 the count. Peterson on the season hitting .217. As he hits this one down the first base side and out of play. Fielded by the first base coach. He's 0 for 1 so far in this game. Peterson yesterday was 1 for 3, and he did have a double and an RBI yesterday. Long look down at the third base coach, giving all kinds of signals. I can't imagine a hit and run would be in play here, let alone a bunt. So I don't know why we're taking so long looking at the obvious. We're just going to be swinging here. Here's the pitch, low and outside, ball 1. So 1-2 the count. And again, long look. We're just giving a lot of signals. I got to be thinking that the third base coach is probably just trying to mess up the rhythm of our pitcher. A little gamesmanship going on. Ball slapped into short at shortstop. Stand on second for 1. Relayed at first. Double play. Easy double play by Andujar. It was just kind of a slow roller. I didn't think they had a chance to double play, but they did. We see our first double play of the game. And even though they got 1 on to begin this inning, that's going to end up with a pretty meaningless inning overall, as finally they keep Southern Arkansas off the scoreboard. We head to the bottom of the third, all tied up 4-4. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in Alva, Oklahoma. Bottom of the third inning. Very exciting game here between your Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers and the visiting number 18 in the nation, Southern Arkansas. The Mule Riders won both games yesterday. Both games were won by 2 runs, but here we are tied up in the bottom of the third for game number 3. So the series already goes to the Mule Riders. But when you're number 18 in the country, you don't want to lose any games. So I'm sure they are taking this just as serious. But it means a lot to Northwestern as well. Getting a win off of this team would be a big victory. As John Ponce is at the plate right now, and he sees a 2-0 count on him. Righty versus righty matchup. Here's the pitch, way outside. Ball 3. Behind Ponce on deck is Colton Whitehouse. Vaught still on the mound here for the Mule Riders as he'll see strike 1. taking all the way on that one. Ponce on the season, top 10 in the conference in slugging percentage, runs scored, RBIs, and home runs. He's number 1 in the conference in RBIs as he draws a 5-pitch walk. So he's standing at first base now, nobody down, and here comes Colton Whitehouse. Colton Whitehouse comes in, number 2 in the conference in doubles and number 3 in the conference in batting average. As this is a great hitting team here in the GAC, this Northwestern Oklahoma State team. And his first pitch he'll look at is ball 1 low. So count 1-0 here on Whitehouse, and Rangers putting themselves in a position to maybe take the lead here in the bottom of the third. That would be a big lift for them, working against starting pitcher Vaught. This ball is smothered into right field, but going to go foul. That was a changeup that Whitehouse is way out in front of, and I'm sure he'd like to see that pitch one more time and just be a tad bit more patient. But he was aggressive on that one. And a swing like that is why you can see that he's one of the top in the conference in doubles. That is a line shot that just went foul. As we are now seeing some movement and some throwing down in the Mule Rider bullpen. And if Vaught gives up any runs here, I would think this might be his last inning. We'll find out who that is down there in a few moments for you. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1-2 now the count. Nobody down. Man on first. Bottom of third. 4-4 here in Elva. I'm just dying to say it's a beautiful day, but we're just not there right now. Swung on and missed and got him swinging. Vaught fights back and gets a very big hitter out on 4 pitches. So picking up a strikeout for out number 1. Vaught looking good here already in this inning. Coming to the plate now is third baseman Brock Randalls. And here's the first pitch to Randalls. It's a bunt. And that's going to be a tough one to get him at first. Safe at first base. Randalls with some excellent speed, and the fans get excited. We do have a few more fans here now. They get excited by that great speed by Brock Randalls. So his first time up, he did a sacrifice bunt. He felt so good about that last bunt, he thought he'd do it again, and it worked. So the Rangers picking up their 6th hit now in this game. And now there's 2 on, 1 down. Coming to the plate, second baseman Tanner Rutledge. He had a 2 RBI single his last time at the plate and scored a run. So Rutledge had a great second inning for Northwestern. He'd love to see that happen again, as I'm sure all the Rangers would like to see him drive one right here. Here's a pitch, hit just out of play on the third base side. As I said, we got a few more fans here braving the cold weather with us. No snow in the air yet. There's been a prediction of possible snow. We're still sitting at 31 degrees. And like I said before, about a 20% chance of snow. 0-1 the count. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And I'll tell you, Vaught is starting to get some strikes now. That previous inning, all those pitches were either balls or they were hit. And now he's getting some swing and misses. And they don't look like top speed type pitches either. I think he's just getting a lot of changeups for swinging and misses. And when you're starting to feel good about yourself, you want that pitch to come in faster so you can hammer it, and he's catching him off guard. Here's the pitch, fastball outside. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. So you got to give a lot of credit to Southern Arkansas coach Justin Pettigrew. He knows what he's doing. Last year's conference champs. This year, number 1 in the conference at 7-1, and he's really helping mix up these pitches. I'm sure his pitching coach has a lot to do with that as well, but I tell you, they sure know what they're doing. They're a strong team on both sides of the ball. 1-2 the count, 1 down, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Ball 2. Whew. Everybody in my box area thought that might have been a strike because they have been called a strike a few times out there, but no call this time. Scary ball right there. Definitely want to see Rutledge put the bat on the ball. He's a good hitter. Already been productive today thus far. Here's the pitch. Right up the middle for a base hit. The runners were moving. That's going to score 1. And the Rangers are going to take the lead as Rutledge picks up his third RBI. Great job by Tanner Rutledge. Off to a great start here today out of Kingsfisher, Oklahoma. Product of Macomb Community College out of Michigan. Interesting path for the young man. Go all the way to Michigan and then come right back to his home state in Oklahoma. As he's got 3 RBIs here in this game, and he's helped lift his team to their first lead of the game. They're now up 5-4. Bryce Donovan at the plate now, still with 2 on and just 1 down. Donovan's 1 for 1 with an RBI as well. Sorry, no RBI, just a run scored, but he's 1 for 1 with a run scored. 5 runs, 7 hits now for Northwestern. Here's the pitch. Inside, called for a strike. There's no way that could have been a strike. That almost hit him in the elbow on the inside part of the plate as he pulled back. But regardless, it's a strike. 4 runs, 4 hits for Southern Arkansas. They've also had the luxury of a few walks and a few wild pitches. Check swing that called for a ball. That pitch looked far better than the previous one. Regardless, the count is now 1-1. Rangers starting to bats are coming alive these last 2 innings. And a lot of it has been because of Tanner Rutledge, who's been really productive so far in his first 2 at-bats. Time called by the batter, taking a long time out there is Vaught. Rutledge, the only hitter on the team for the Rangers so far with 2 hits. Donovan trying to become the second one to pick up his second hit as he looks at strike 2. Donovan not really agreeing with that call. He looked back at the umpire and kind of shook his head a little bit. Just a slight disagreement. College players are pretty respectful of umpires. They may not like the calls, but they're not going to argue too much. Long wait. Vaught taking his time in that stretch position. And the pitch by Vaught. Ball's hit left side. Over to second for 1. No throw to first. Possible double play ball, but that ball was thrown by the third baseman low in left field side of the bag, and second baseman Baker couldn't recover for another throw. So that's going to advance one of the runners to the third. It's a fielder's choice. And so Donovan on first from the fielder's choice. And Carlos Andujar coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Andujar, top 5 in the conference in batting average and on-base percentage. 20 hits on the season so far, and he hits one into left center, kind of deep. And played by the left fielder, squeeze there for the final out. So Hanlon makes the last out of the inning, but the Rangers pick up 1, and they take the lead for the first time in this game. We head to the top of 4. Rangers on top, 5-4. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And welcome back here to Alva, Oklahoma. This is Fred Aubuchon bringing you Rangers baseball. Top of the fourth inning, Rangers on top, 5-4. Coming to the plate now for the Mule Riders. Number 6, Dakota Wright, center fielder here for Southern Arkansas. Van Osbury still pitching, and we get a first pitch strike on the first base side of the plate. Count will start at 0-1. Van Osbury, nice job in the last inning. Didn't give up any runs. From Emmetsburg, Iowa, out of Iowa Lakes Community College. This one's going to be a little too far outside. Good count goes to 1-1. Again, good third inning pitched. It was his first inning in relief. One and one count. Nobody down. Top of 4. So shot towards shortstop. Going to be a tough play for Andujar. Long throw to first, and he's going to easily be in there. So the Mule Riders get their leadoff hitter on. Coming to the plate, the number 9 hitter, Devin Beard. Beard walked his first time to the plate and scored a run. Devin Beard out of Hobbs, New Mexico. Played some JUCO ball at Cowley College in Kansas. And the first pitch from Van Osbury, bunt attempt, pull back. Ball was low, 1-0. So a possible sacrifice situation, which is not unheard of for the number 9 hitter. Beard, a .210 hitter on the season. 13 hits and 62 at-bats. As we said, he did get a walk his last time up, and they're expecting the bunt again. Randall's cheating in at third. He's waiting on the grass, and the bunt pulled back. The ball gets away. That's going to be a wild pitch. And the runner will advance. So I'm assuming no more bunts here. With nobody down, now a man in scoring position for the Mule Riders. Nobody warming up in either bullpen at this time. Game 3 of this 3-game series of conference play. First 2 games going to Southern Arkansas. Yesterday 7-5 and 6-4. Here's the pitch. It is a bunt attempt. He gets a perfect bunt to third base. It's going to be a tough play, but Randalls does throw him out. So a sacrifice there by Beard. And the Mule Riders now have a runner at third with only 1 down. And coming to the plate is going to be Justin Baker. Baker, the only hitter on the team so far for Southern Arkansas with 2 hits. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored. Baker, the leading hitter for the Mule Riders, hitting .343 coming into today. 23 hits with 13 RBIs. No triples or home runs, but he does have 4 doubles. And this pitch is way outside, but catches the corner. It looks a little bit outside, I guess. Count goes to 0-1. One down, man on third, 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball's going to be hit just over the infield. The infield was drawn in, and that would have been an easy out if they were in normal position, but they were drawn in for the grounder to make sure a run didn't score, but unfortunately a run does score. And Southern Arkansas ties it up here on the top of the 4th. It's now 5-5 on the RBI single by Baker, who picks up his 3rd hit of the game. Southern Arkansas with 6 hits in the game, and 3 of them coming from the leadoff hitter Justin Baker, who continues to hit very well for the Mule Riders. At the plate now is going to be Jansen McGurdy. He's one of 2 guys to have a home run in yesterday's games. Call for strike 1 on the lower inside part of the plate. McGurdy picking up his 2nd home run of the season yesterday. He's tied with Josh Walker with 2. Long time in the stretch position here for Van Osbury. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And the run. Oh, they got him picked off. We're in a pickle. Haven't seen a pickle in a while. And they got him tagged out. No, nice defense there by Northwestern. as they had Baker stuck in between first and second. He took off, and it was a check swing. Obvious hit and run play going on there by Southern Arkansas that doesn't work out in their benefit. So good news for Northwestern. Looks like they have a chance to minimize the damage a little bit, only giving up 1 run so far. Now 2 down and nobody on. Count is 1-1 here on McGurty. Jansen, the right fielder here for Southern Arkansas, out of White Oak, Texas. As this ball is low and away for ball 2. And 2-1 count, now with 2 down. Here's the pitch from Van Osbury. Swung on and missed, but foul tipped into the hand of the umpire. So McGurty stays alive by the foul tip, and the umpire getting a little bit banged up from that one. It hit him in his left hand, so I wouldn't go with pitches on the left side of the plate right now. 2-2 the count. This ball is a slow roller. Randall's charges. Throw to first. High, but gets him. And that's going to be it. It's only 1 run score, but the Mule Riders tie it up. We head to the bottom of the 4th, all tied up 5-5. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in Alva, Oklahoma, Myers Stadium in the Glass Family Field here for the bottom of the 4th inning of game number 3 of this conference series between Southern Arkansas and Northwestern. It's the first pitch hit by Luis Mendoza. High roller, charged at third base, easy throw over to first for the first out. So Mendoza chops one to third, and he is out number 1 on 1 pitch. Mendoza does have a hit in the game, but he's going to be going back 1 for 3 right now. Oh, sorry about that. That was not Luis Mendoza. That was Dashiell Johnson. Mendoza's coming to the plate now, and he is 1 for 2, but Dashiell Johnson is now officially 1 for 3. First pitch to Mendoza is going to be outside for ball 1. Bottom of the 4th, 1 down. Big swing and a miss by Mendoza. Luis Mendoza, probably the number 1 hitter in the GAC right now. Number 1 in batting average, slugging percentage, on-base percentage, and hits. As he'll look at strike 2, 1 and 2 the count. In addition, he's number 3 in the conference in doubles and runs and top 10 in RBIs and home runs. I could easily say he's probably the number 1 hitter in this conference. And way inside hits him. And he'll be on first by a hit by pitch. That's the first hit by pitch of this game. There's a few that happened yesterday as well. Now 1 down and 1 on at the plate. Number 15, Justin Bundy. Bundy, I'd say maybe number 2 in the conference overall as far as hitters. He's number 2 in batting average, right behind Luis. Number 2 in slugging percentage, right behind Luis. Number 7 in on-base percentage. And top 10 in hits, runs, RBIs, and number 1 in home runs. As he crushes one to left field, this one is going to be difficult to get to and just out of play on the screen in the bullpen. So about 8 to 10 feet out of play at the most. High fly ball to left field, but pretty impressive when you're looking here at the Northwestern team, when you got the number 3 and number 4 hitters in your lineup are pretty much number 1 and number 2 in the conference in hitting. And both these young men had long hitting streaks coming into yesterday. Both of them did end at one point yesterday. Ball 1 outside. Bundy hoping to get his team back on top again from Edgewood, Texas. A 6'2" senior lefty. Here's the pitch. Way outside, fouled off. He went chasing a little bit, but you can't blame him. There's been a lot of strikes called in that part of the plate today. 1-2 now, the count with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. We are tied 5-5. Southern Arkansas, 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Northwestern, 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors. A very good defensive game overall. That ball's outside. 2-2. Only problems we've seen so far have been near the plate with wild pitches and pass balls. Both teams have benefited from some errant pitches that have taken place, but we're all tied up, so it's almost like starting over again with a shortened game. Here's the pitch. Crush into center field. That could be playable. Going back to center fielder, right, makes the catch, and they're going to get a double play out of this. Way too far off. Oh, we got a questionable call. We have got a very strange call going on. I think it's a balk. They're going to call a balk on. We're all busy watching the play, but the umpire had called a balk. And we don't see those very often in baseball, but what a huge bonus for the Rangers. They look like they got doubled off because Mendoza was almost at second base when the center fielder caught the ball, and they were going to throw him out, and they did throw him out. But the entire time, the home plate umpire is walking into the middle of the field, and he said, dead ball, it's a balk. So we're back to a 2-2 count, runner on second with just 1 down, and why not? Let's have a little bit of fun. That really changes up the tempo of a game when you see something like that called. Oh, ball 3 crosses the center of the plate, but just low. So now the count is full. I love that. Just a little more excitement into a game like this. That completely changes the complexity of this inning now with just 1 down, man on second. Vaught working from the stretch. Ball's hit to second base side. Easily played. And over to first for the second out. Baker makes a nice play there, but now we got a runner on third with 2 down. And coming to the plate is the very dangerous Jonuel Ponce. Ponce, the redshirt senior, played some JUCO ball at Northeast Texas. He's got a chance to help the Rangers get back on top. There are 2 down, but Ponce, a very competent, strong hitter, hitting .351 coming into today. He'll look at strike 1. I'd still love to see that craziness that just happened produce a run for us, so strike 2, though, fouled straight back. Ponce's going to have to recover here, down 0-2 with 2 down. But, again, you don't see balks very often, but that it turned into what could have been a double play into a free runner at second, and Bundy getting a brand-new chance to play, and he did at least sacrifice the runner over, or advance the runner over. 1-2 now the count. That pitch was outside. There is some more activity now taking place in the Mule Riders bullpen. Nothing going on in the Rangers bullpen. Here's the pitch. Inside it hits him. So we have 2 now hit batters in this inning, and they're both still on the base path. We have runners at first and third. Coming to the plate, number 32, Colton Whitehouse. Whitehouse so far, a walk and a strikeout. He has scored a run in his one official plate appearance. And it looks like he might be getting a pitching change, so I think they have made the motion. So we're going to take a little break right here. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again. We're in a pitching change. Parker Abrego is now pitching here for the Mule Riders. On the season, Parker has made one appearance and thrown to one batter, and he walked him. So pretty stressful situation to put him in right here for somebody who has no real experience on the season, facing a really solid hitter in Colton Whitehouse. Man at the corners, 2 down. And we got a righty-lefty matchup, Whitehouse being a lefty. And here's the first pitch, and it's hit down the first base side and foul. So Whitehouse trying to give a pleasant greeting to the reliever, Abrego. Parker is from Argyle, Texas. 2 down here, bottom of the fourth. 5-5, all tied up here. Mule Riders put up 1 in the top of the fourth to tie it up. Rangers have runners at the corners. Here's the pitch. Big breaking ball for a strike. Gutsy pitch there by Parker, and he gets the count to 0-2. So now Whitehouse is in a position where he needs to protect the plate. Here's the pitch. Slapped out of play, left-hand side, into the parking lot. Once again, Justin Baker, the second baseman, is standing in short right field. He's a good 5-6 steps back from the dirt. He's playing very deep. Third baseman is almost in line with the bag. Here's the ball hit short first base side, in play, and going to be an easy 3 unassisted there to finish the inning. So Abrego gets his first official out of the season. We head to the top of the fifth, all tied up 5-5. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in Elva, Oklahoma. Fred Aubuchon bringing you Rangers baseball. Top of the fifth inning, all tied up 5-5. Dylan Van Osbury still on the mound here in relief for Northwestern, doing a great job. He's gone 2 innings, giving up just 1 run. On the season coming into today, Dylan has got a 5.09 ERA. He's 2-0 with 17 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 21 hits, 10 runs, with 12 strikeouts and 9 walks. He always works from the stretch position. Here's his first pitch, fouled off by number 32, Brett McGee, the number 3 hitter and catcher for the Mule Riders. This is game 3 of this series. Yesterday, both games went to Southern Arkansas. Count is 0-1. Here's the pitch. Outside, going to be ball 1. So on the season so far, Northwestern 10-6, 3-5 in conference play. They're going to be on the road March 5th, taking on Northeastern State in a single non-conference game. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Just catches the corner, 2-1 or 1-2. Then after that, back to conference play for the Rangers as they head to University of Arkansas Monticello, March 8th and 9th for a 3-game series. So it'll be big for them to take this last home game before they hit the road for a few. Popped up, third base side, could be playable. Randall's heading over towards the wall, and he makes the catch just a few steps away from the wall. Nice defensive play for Brock Randalls. And from making that play, it does show me that there's a little bit of activity now in the Rangers bullpen. So McGee now goes down. He still does not have a hit in this game, but he has scored a run off of a walk. And coming to the plate is going to be Cooper King, the third baseman for the Mule Riders. Cooper King is 0-for-1 officially with a walk. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside first base side. Ball 1. 5 runs, 6 hits for Southern Arkansas. 5 runs, 7 hits for Northwestern. No errors in the field of play. Here's the pitch. Slow breaking ball in there for a strike. A little bit of a changeup there from Van Osbury. So Nezarella started the game for Northwestern. Had some pitch command struggles in those first 2 innings, giving up a total of 4 runs. This ball is straight up the middle for a base hit. Almost catches the tail there of Van Osbury. But Nezarella did manage to hold it to just 4 runs. He gave up 3 in the first, just 1 in the second. And he is going to get a no decision for this game. And Van Osbury in relief has done a great job, giving up just 1 run over the last 2 innings. But he does have a runner on first right now with 1 down here in the top of 5. Coming to the plate, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Josh Walker. First pitch is going to be in there for strike 1. Walker from Prosper, Texas. Looks like he did some playing at Panola College. Just a sophomore lefty here for the Mule Riders. Quick move over to first and back safely is the runner, King. Walker in this game is 1 for 2. Lefty-righty matchup here with Van Osbury, the righty, pitching from the third base side of the rubber, taking his time. 0-1 the count with 1 down. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swung on a miss. Throw it on a second is not going to be in there, and it's going to go into short right field. The runner stumbles trying to get up to go, so he's not going to advance. But that ball just kind of scooted away from Andujar covering. It was heading towards him and then kind of skid towards right field. It almost looked like a sinker being thrown by the catcher, Bryce Donovan. Interesting catcher woes might be taking place for the Rangers. This is one of 3 catchers to work some time this weekend. Hall did not get much playing time this weekend, and starter White went out with a possible injury here in the second inning. And here's the pitch, way outside. Framed nicely there by Donovan, but no call for a strike, so that will be a ball. Count is at 1-2 with one down here. Man on second off the stolen base. Could have been at third, but stumbled trying to get up from the throw to second and was unable to advance. This ball in the dirt low. Nice stop there by Donovan. Count moves to 2-2. All tied up here. 5-5 in the top of 5. Activity in both bullpens. Van Osprey takes his time. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Big pitch. What a good comeback there by Dylan Van Osprey to get the strikeout. Now there's 2 down. And coming to the plate is going to be number 14, Justin Hanlon, the left fielder for the Mule Riders. Hanlon from Rockland, California. Played some ball at American River College, a junior. Righty on righty matchup. Here's the first pitch, low, but in there for a strike. So Van Osprey finding the strike zone a lot more this inning than any of the pitchers, I think, in any of the innings. He's getting a lot of good calls here. Got some swing and misses, got some strikes looking. Like to see him record another strikeout here and really fire up these Rangers going into the bottom of the 5th. Little move over to second. No intent to throw him out there, just trying to keep him close. Maybe give some thought on what he wants to throw right here, what he really wants to work with catcher Donovan on. The battery of this inning have been working really well together. 0-1 the count. Long time. Here's a pitch. Check swing. Strike. 0-2. So again, Van Osprey pitching very well right now. Things have calmed down just a bit over in the Mule Riders bullpen. Nobody working over there at the moment. Wonder if we'll see Parker Abrego still come out again from Argyle, Texas. Came on in relief and did a great job. This ball scoots away but stopped again by Donovan. Again, this battery working well together. Getting a lot of strikes and great protection behind the plate. Man on second, 2 down, 1-2 the count, top of 5. Here's the pitch. Outside, just misses. Ball 2. One thing Van Osprey should not do is get impatient. I know he wants to get another strikeout and get out of this inning, but control your pitches. Throw where you want to throw. Good about it. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. And some superb pitching by Dylan Van Osprey to end the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th, all tied up, 5-5. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again at Myers Stadium in Elva, Oklahoma. This is Fred Aubuchon bringing you Rangers baseball. Leading off, Brock Randalls here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And the first pitch in there for a strike. Relief pitcher Parker Abrego still in there for his second inning, or his second appearance of the season, working in his second inning of play. This ball is hit right back to Abrego. He'll throw it over to one. And the first out here in the bottom of the fifth. Coming to the plate now is going to be the very dangerous Tanner Rutledge. He's had a heck of a game here for the Rangers, and he's one you want to see at the plate right now as much as possible. Rutledge 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Only way he's going to get an RBI this time is to put one out of the park, and we wouldn't mind seeing that at all here in the bottom of the fifth. May not be a beautiful day for baseball, but it's not raining, it's not snowing, it's a little cold. But it is a beautiful facility we have here. I can't wait to see the complete green to be in full display here at Myers Stadium. This ball is hit into right field. A little blooper could drop. That's his third hit. Big round to first. And he's got another single there. So great base hit there by Rutledge. And coming to the plate now is going to be number 37, Bryce Donovan. Donovan 1 for 2 so far in this game. I was mentioning what a great facility. We got a great press box up here to work with. We even have a nice area for our boosters. And I've been hearing a lot of rowdy noise coming out of that area. I love it. Let's get them excited in there and cheer on our Rangers. Here's the pitch inside, ball one. So one down, bottom of fifth, all tied up 5-5. 1-0 the count here on Bryce Donovan. Tanner Rutledge on first base. This ball's popped up first base side, should be playable. Walker makes the play about halfway between the dugout and first base and into right field just a little bit. And there's going to be 2 down now. And how about Parker Abrego for Southern Arkansas? This is the most batters he's faced the entire season, and he has done a great job in relief. Young man from Argyle, Texas, a product of Argyle High School, just a freshman here for the Mule Riders. And he'll be facing one of the more dangerous hitters in the conference, in Carlos Andujar. Andujar 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. And he is known to put them out of this ballpark. Here's the pitch. Good looking pitch over the heart of the plate. Strike one. The catcher, McGee, had lined up on the third base side outside of the frame of the plate, but then the pitcher, Abrego, threw it right back over the heart of the plate. That one was low and outside, but called for a strike. 0-2 the count, now at 2 down here in the bottom of 5. Things are starting to slow down a little bit in this game. Base runners coming at a premium now that we're into the bullpens. There goes the runner, and he will advance with a stolen base as the ball is dropped by the catcher. It didn't look like McGee had actually made much of an effort to make that stop. And a good stolen base there, as now the Rangers have a runner in scoring position with 2 down. Single by Andujar could produce a run. If we could try to get Rutledge around from second base to take the lead. Here's the pitch. Fought off, third base side, not a play. And good attempt there by one of the fans to prevent him from hitting his own car, but he was unsuccessful. As that one bounced right off the top of the hood of, looked like his car, the one next to it. So Andujar at least lost one fan today. 1-2 the count. Rutledge on second. Pitch by Abrego. Inside, but it almost hits him, and it's called for a strike. That's a tough one right there. So strike 3 looking, and that'll be it for the 5th inning. We head to the top of 6, all tied up. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And welcome back here to Rangers baseball in Elva, Oklahoma. Top of the 6th inning, all tied up 5-5. Southern Arkansas at the plate right now with a new hitter, Zach Muldoon out of Hot Springs, Arkansas. And he'll look at strike one. So in relief, Van Osbury. So Muldoon played a little bit yesterday. He was 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he comes in hitting .243 on the season with 9 hits. And he'll look at close one, just missing, ball one. 1-1 now the count. So it's possible Muldoon might go in the field. He could be just in a pinch hit appearance. We'll find out after this inning is over. But regardless, he's at the plate right now. So 1-1 on Zach Muldoon. He'll look at ball 2. Van Osbury been great in relief. He's thrown 3 innings in relief, only giving up 1 run. Both teams have gone to their bullpens, and both starting pitchers will get no decisions for today. Count moves to 3-1. That one was low and inside. Van Osbury taking his time. Top of the 6th. First batter, so nobody on, nobody down. On deck is Dakota Wright. And it'll be a walk. So pinch hitter Muldoon gets a walk. And I don't think we'll see him in the field, so since he was pinch hitting for the designated hitter. Excuse me. Coming to the plate now, Dakota Wright with man on first and nobody down in the top of the 6th. Wright 1 for 2 so far today with a run scored. On the weekend, Wright was 2 for 6 with a couple of RBIs. He comes into this game hitting .193. First pitch in there for strike one. I'm sure the Rangers would love to see a double play in this situation right here and get back to a clean inning again. Randall's toying around with the idea of a possible sacrifice bunt, which we have seen from the bottom of the order. Randall's in line with the bag at third, charging a little bit on the pitch. He's on the grass. Good pitch there by Van Osbury. He just leaned back into that one and threw a good fastball for a strike. 0-2 now the count. Van Osbury works from the third base side of the rubber. Here's a pitch. Good pitch right to second base. Over to short for one. Relay to first. Double play, and a good double play there by the Rangers. It was so close at first, but what a great turnover there between Rutledge and Andujar for the double play. So we wanted to see a double play. I wanted to see one, and we got it. So if I can do that again, I'd like to see maybe just one more out here in this inning off of number 7, Devin Beard. Beard 0 for 7 yesterday. No official at-bat today. He does have a walk and has scored a run. Number 9 hitter here for the Mule Riders. No activity in their bullpen. I think there's a good chance we're going to see Abrigo again in the next inning. That freshman getting some good playing time today for Southern Arkansas. A little bit of activity going on in the Rangers bullpen. I'm not sure if we're going to see a pitching change, but Van Osbury has gone a long way here in relief. 1-0 the count on Beard. Here's the pitch. Going to hit him. Got him right in the back. So we've seen another hit batter now in this game. I don't think there's any intent behind that, especially with a number 9 hitter. You don't want to hit a number 9 hitter because now you have to face Justin Baker, who's leading off and who's 3 for 3 on the day. Or who knows? Maybe Van Osbury said, I need a challenge. So let's go after and try to pitch to their best hitter so far on the day. So Baker at the plate, 1 on, 2 down here in the top of 6. 5-5 with Northwestern having more hits with 8 hits. There goes the runner. Throw down to second, and they don't have him. That's the best throw so far by Donovan. On the money, but just a hair late. So good steal there by Devin Beard. Not sure what his total is on the season, but there was some pretty good speed there and good approach there by Coach Pettigrew to get the runner going on that one. And we have an intentional walk. There you go. That's one way to make sure Baker doesn't get another hit. Intentional walk with 2 down. I'm going to pitch to Jansen McCurdy. And McCurdy 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Jansen McCurdy from White Oak, Texas. Actually played at Central Arkansas as well. So 2 down, 2 on here in the top of the 6th. This is the biggest threat Southern Arkansas has had in a few innings. And just missing ball 1 there. The runners both tried to juke it like they were going to run and steal on that one, but they both went back. So big challenge here now for the Rangers to keep this game tied up, to not let up any runs this inning. McCurdy up with a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Slap towards second base and squeeze there by the second baseman, Rutledge, to end the inning. So Van Osprey gets out of trouble, and the Rangers have a chance to take the lead. They head to the bottom of 6, all tied up 5-5. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in Myers Stadium in Elva, Oklahoma, just 15 miles south of the Kansas border. Ranger baseball, all tied up 5-5, bottom of 6th. As Dashiell Johnson looks at ball 1. Still in relief is Parco Abrigo. Dashiell Johnson out of Lewisville, Texas. 1 for 3 on the day as he hits one to third base side, easily played. Throw over to first and out number 1. A lot of ground balls today from Dashiell. He has the ability to put one over the fence, but the wind blowing in today, he's probably trying to keep the ball down, and he does ground out. Coming up, the number 1 hitter in the GAC, Luis Mendoza. Mendoza 1 for 2 so far today. I don't remember, but I think he got hit by a pitch his last time up. As he'll look at ball 1 low. I'd like to see Mendoza get a hold of one here. On the season so far, 5 doubles and 4 home runs. Again, he had a 12-game hitting streak going into yesterday. He had a hit in the first game, but then did go hitless in the second game to end that 13-game hitting streak. Very impressive hitting streak, though, which is why he's number 1 in the conference. All those hits producing heavily, making him top 5 in the conference in numerous categories. 1-1 the count, way outside, ball 2. I'd like to thank all of our help here today. Sports Information Director Eric Scott leading the way for us here in the press box. This ball is shot into left center. Should be playable. Justin Hanlon squeezes it, and that'll be out number two, excuse me. So gave that one a ride, but not very deep. And coming to the plate now is going to be number 15, Justin Bundy. Bundy having a tough day, 0 for 3. Yesterday, Bundy was 3 for 8 in the doubleheader. He had 3 hits in game number 1, and then he ended an 11-game hitting streak by going hitless in game number 2, and he is hitless so far today. As he'll look at striking there, making the count 1-1. Bundy, another great hitter here for Northwestern. Probably the number 2 overall hitter in the Great American Conference. But needs to get back on track here quickly. This ball is fouled back. Good cut there, moving the count to 1-2 with 2 down here in the bottom of 6. Number 18 in the nation, Southern Arkansas. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. And Northwestern, 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Way outside, curveball, but doesn't break all the way in. Moving the count to 2-2. Still impressed with this freshman, Parker Abrigo. A couple innings of relief now. He's doing very well. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Abrigo gets another strikeout. And that'll be all. We've done 6 innings here in Game 3 of this series, and we're still tied up, heading to the top of 7, 5-5. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. And welcome back here to Alva, Oklahoma on Glass Family Field. We are all tied up, top of 7 right now, 5-5. Been a great game for both teams. Southern Arkansas trying to get the sweep here in game number 3, and Northwestern trying to get one big win before they go on the road for a few games. As we see ball 1 here from Van Osbury still in relief. Van Osbury's been brilliant so far. And he'll face McGee here to lead off the top of the 7th. McGee, number 12 in the conference in batting average, one of the better hitters here for Southern Arkansas. And he does rip one into the right side, but into the right field, right center, and he picks up a base hit. So McGee getting his first hit of this game. And we are seeing some movement now in the Rangers bullpen. I would think regardless, this is probably going to be the last inning here for Van Osbury. He's gone 4 full innings and trying to do his 5th, all in relief. And the catcher, Bryce Donovan's going to go out. I think this is some time to get that bullpen warmed up. So 1 on and nobody down here on the top of 7. At the plate, number 8, third baseman Cooper King. Cooper King out of Harrison, Arkansas. Played some ball at Crowder College. King, a 279 hitter. And that stall was just enough for head coach Bowen to come out. I think they are going to do a pitching change right now. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. Okay, we are back here in Myers Stadium in Elva, Oklahoma. Fred Aubuchon bringing you Rangers baseball. At the plate, number 8, Cooper King, and on the mound now, number 18, Caleb Honey. Honey, a junior from Queen Creek, Arizona. He inherits one runner with nobody down here in the top of 7. Right-handed pitcher pitches, and the ball slapped. Oh, the runner was going, pulled the second baseman out of position. So the hit and run worked great there for Southern Arkansas, as we now have runners at first and third. And I'm looking out there, and I just see complete frustration on Tanner Rutledge's face, because he could have easily turned that into double play if there was not a hit and run going. But he had to cover the bag on the right-handed hitter. And so now you have runners at the corners with nobody down. And Josh Walker coming to the plate. He's in a great position to help out his team get out of this tied game. Walker 1 for 3 on the day so far. A 270 hitter. Second on the team in RBIs with 12 coming into today. Working from the first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss. Strike 1. Boy, that swing and miss would have been really beneficial on the last batter. That probably would have been thrown out at second base. But instead, Southern Arkansas in great position right here, and the Rangers had to play back for the double play position, so they're not playing in to stop the runner from scoring. They want to get the 2 outs, and they'll give up the 1 run. Ball's fouled up. Nope. It is a foul ball. I said, it looked like it was hit off the plate. Rangers and Mule Riders kept playing, but it is a foul ball. So Honey wasting no time. He's thrown 3 pitches, and they've all been over the heart of the plate. He's coming in to throw strikes, no doubt about that. Dylan Van Osbury goes out. He's still responsible for the runner at third. So he's still the pitcher of record for the moment. But he did pitch great ball here for the Rangers in relief. Again, starter Nezarella did not have his best stuff today, but he didn't do bad. Just had a little pitch command issues. I know he'll do great in his next outing. As this ball swung on and missed, strike 3. No reason to tag him out. So, nice job by Honey coming in and getting a big strikeout on an important hitter there in Josh Walker. Now at the plate, Justin Hanlon. You might be looking at a change here as the batter's coming, or the third base coach coming over. Yep, he's going to make a hitting change. And they're going to replace Hanlon with somebody. You don't see this too often, but the coach is going all the way to the dugout to make the change. I'm sure he could make that signal and just send it in, but they're going to look for a new hitter here. And it looks like could be number 3, Roberto Diaz coming in. This may be obvious to everybody, but the suicide squeeze would be a great play here for Southern Arkansas, as runs have come at a premium here in the second half of this game. Only 1 run has been scored in the last 3 innings combined by both teams. But again, the coach came all the way over to talk to him. I've got to be thinking this is a suicide squeeze situation. Regardless, pinch hitter Roberto Diaz coming into play. Diaz officially hitting 0 on the season. So I got to be thinking with this lefty coming up against a righty, you're definitely thinking pull the ball, drag bunt, something. It is. It's a suicide squeeze. Let it go foul, and it does. So runners will stay at the corners now, first and third. As the bunt attempt goes foul, it looked good for a second. It was going to be very successful. As a matter of fact, it may have actually had nobody out in that position. And now everybody's starting to scoot in, besides Andujar is going to stay back. But everybody else is in at the grass or more, expecting this hitter to be doing nothing more than a bunt. So you want to pitch high pitches here and get him to pop it up. And he bunts it out of bounds again. Out of bounds. Bunts it into foul territory. Sorry about the out of bounds comment. That's what happens when a volleyball coach is doing play-by-play. So now 2 strikes, and I would not be surprised if he is still bunting here. Again, he's hitting 0 on the season. He's only had 2 official at-bats. And in this situation, the last thing you want to see him do is swing and ground into a double play. And he doesn't. He pops it up. Not going to be playable. It's going to be out of foul territory, third base side. So he is swinging, and so interesting situation defensively now. If you're Coach Bowen and the Northwestern Rangers, do you pitch high to go for the pop-ups or pitch low to go for the ground ball, maybe double play situation? I'm kind of thinking pitch high and get him to swing and miss or pop it up. So I'd like to see what happens here from Honey. 0-2 the count. He does pitch high. I like that pitch choice. Got an inexperienced hitter out here. Diaz from Vallejo, California. Played some ball at Solano College. 1-2 the count, 1 down. Runners at the corners. Here's the pitch. Inside, gets away. It hit him. Not a good pitch location there, unfortunately. I guess it got him just on the inside knee there, or inside leg. Now bases are loaded, and coming to the plate, number 28, Zach Muldoon. Muldoon was a pinch hitter. Came up previously for the designated hitter, Mason Peterson. So bases loaded, 1 down, Muldoon at the plate. Here's the pitch. This ball is hit into right field. That's going to be deep enough to score a run. Should break the tie. He's going to even advance the runner from second to third. Throw cut off by Andujar, and that will score a run. So Muldoon gets a sacrifice RBI. And the Mule Riders take the lead here, 6-5 in the top of 7. That run will get charged to Van Osprey. So at the moment, he is the pitcher of record for the Rangers if things continue the way that they are right now. Honey coming in, throwing a lot of strikes, only had 1 ball get away from him, end up being a hit batter. At the plate right now, Dakota Wright, the center fielder from Fort Worth, Texas. They'll foul the first ball off third base side. Wright 1 for 3 with a run scored so far in this game. Wright, one of 2 players to have a home run yesterday. He hit one out in Game 1. Game 1 won by Southern Arkansas 7-5. They also took Game 2 6-4. Now they're up 6-5 in this game. And this ball's hit deep into right center. Going to be a tough play. And caught by the right fielder to end the inning. So nice run down there by Justin Bundy, who recorded the last 2 outs here on behalf of the Rangers. We head to the bottom of 7. Only a little bit of damage done. Down by 1. Mule Riders on top 6-5. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again. Bottom of 7, Rangers baseball. This is Fred Aubuchon in Elva, Oklahoma. Hoping Northwestern can get a comeback here and take that lead or at least tie it back up again. As John Will Ponce will look at strike 1 called from relief pitcher Parker Abrigo. Staying in left field is Roberto Diaz. So he stays in the game for Hanlon. This ball is dribbled third base side and foul. Not a good-looking cut there by Ponce. He's just a little impatient. As Abrigo looked like he threw maybe a changeup on that. So Roberto Diaz comes through a little bit for the Mule Riders, and he gets to stay in the game. Ponce now looking at an 0-2 count. Abrigo sets and deals. It's a shot to shortstop. Scooped up easily. And Beard throws him out over at first. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Coming to the plate, number 32, Colton Whitehouse. Whitehouse 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And there's no doubt the Rangers' bats have got to start doing something. They've gone 3 straight innings without scoring a run, and they need to get at least 1 here to tie things up again. So Whitehouse, a lefty, at the plate. Abrigo sets and deals. Check swing high. Ball 1. (6-5), Mule Riders on top. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back right at us. That's exciting. DH Whitehouse, 1-1 the count. Colton is from Mansfield, Texas, a redshirt junior. This ball is fouled into the dugout of the Rangers, and Colton's going to have some splaining to do a little bit later, as he scattered a lot of Rangers all over the place on that one. 1-2 now the count with 1 down. Nobody on. Here's the pitch. Hit to second base. Deep position there again. And thrown out at first is Whitehouse. 2 down. So Baker likes to play super deep second base. He plays short right field, and he gets the ground out there. He knows how hard these guys can hit for the Rangers, and he's playing them perfectly. Brock Randall's coming to the plate. Randall's 1 for 2 so far today. Love to see him get on base and allow the hot-hitting Rutledge to come to the plate. As he'll look at strike one on the first base side of the plate. Rutledge on deck is 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Definitely the hottest hitter today for the Rangers. Ball's going to hit him. I think that's the third hit batter here for the Mule Riders. Well, this is the situation we needed to get a runner on and give Rutledge a chance to come through. Rutledge comes into today hitting .400 with only 5 at-bats. So in 5 at-bats, he had 2 hits prior to this game. He already has more hits in this game than he's had all season long. So let's just keep it going, Tanner. You're hot and keep it going. Left-handed second baseman at the plate. 2 down, 1 on. And there goes the runner, and he is completely picked off. He read that wrong. And this is definitely something that Northwestern did not want to see. And, did he get him? No, he dropped the ball. He is safe. Unbelievably safe. The shortstop tried to dive and tag him, and he did, but he dropped the ball on the tag. And he looks a little banged up from that play. So Devin Beard took the brunt of that one. But the exciting thing is Brock Randall's got his running in early today, so he just did a few sprints. Although Coach may add a few more from almost getting picked off. But he survives, and hopefully that's some good luck right there for the Rangers. We're going to call it Randall's the rabbit foot if this works. Long look. Shot right to shortstop, and Beard's going to make the play unassisted, unfortunately. So a little excitement there for Northwestern, but it ends up being null and void. So we go to head to the top of the 8th. Northwestern still down by 1. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. Welcome back to Myers Stadium in Elva, Oklahoma. Glass Family Field. And it's the top of the 8th inning. Mule Riders coming to the plate and on top 6-5. And Devin Beard, who provided some of the entertainment in the last inning at the plate, as he hits this one foul third base side. So he was part of that rundown with Brock Randalls that resulted in not being a rundown and him doing a lot of sprinting along with Brock Randalls. Only thing I'd be thinking is, why don't you bunt it at Brock Randalls, who's got to be a little winded from all those sprints he just did. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Right side of the infield. Easily played there by the first baseman, Luis Mendoza. And there's one down here in the top of the 8th. Leadoff hitter coming up, Justin Baker. Baker has been the counterpart to Rutledge. He's also got 3 hits on the day. He's 3 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, and a walk. So he's been on the base path 4 consecutive times. Baker, one of the top hitters, actually he is the top hitter in the Mule Riders dugout. Coming in today hitting 343, but he's improved that a lot, picking up his 26th hit in this game. Still in relief is Caleb Honey, grounder to shortstop, picked up by Andujar, throw to first, end time. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 8th. And the Rangers love to see this. They'd love to get through this 8th unscathed and head to the bottom of the 8th and hopefully pick up at least 1 run. And let's tie this back up again. Jansen McCurdy coming to the plate. McCurdy struggling a little bit. He's 0 for 3. Came in hitting 302 on the season. Senior from White Oak, Texas. Swing and a miss. He pulled his head out just a little bit early on that one. Count goes to 0-1. Honey came into today with a 4.82 ERA. He's 0-1, throwing 9 1/3 innings, giving up 5 earned runs to go with 10 strikeouts on the season. This pitch is going to be just low. Ball 1. It might have been a strike, but the umpire had a bunch of dust in his eyes. He's trying to get out right now, but it'll go down as a ball. Count is now 1-1, 2 down, top of 8. Rangers trail by 1, 6-5. Mule Riders also lead in hits. They have 9 hits to the Rangers' 8. Here's the pitch. Bunt attempt. He went but didn't connect. That'll be strike 2. The defense was definitely not in a good position for a bunt. So 1-2 the count now. McCurdy, right-handed hitting right fielder for number 18 in the nation, Southern Arkansas. Here's the pitch, way outside, just misses though. 2-2 the count. Yesterday in Game 2, Northwestern, a couple of things to note. Andujar went 3 for 4 with a double and a stolen base. White extended his hitting streak to 4 games. This ball's fouled off right-hand side. Unfortunately, White didn't get a chance to bat in this game as he left in the second inning with a possible injury. So his hitting streak should stay intact since he did not get a plate appearance. Another foul high and way out of play right-hand side, even past the bullpen, into the parking lot, first base side. There's no activity in either bullpen. Sahoni did give up a run in this game so far, but it didn't get credited to him. It went to the previous relief pitcher, Van Osbury, as this last pitch just misses just wide, moving the count to 3-2. So 3-2 the count, 2 down, top of 8, nobody on. Here's the pitch, fouled off their base side. McCurdy staying alive. Ball hits off of the wall in front of the bullpen and bounces way out into left field. Got to wait for one of the guys to get the ball and get out of play again. And we're ready to go. And a pitch in there for strike 3 looking. Caleb Honey picks up a big strikeout. Young man from Queen Creek, Arizona, with some big pitching in the top of the 8th. Nobody gets on. 1, 2, 3 inning. We haven't seen a lot of those. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Rangers trail by 1, 6-5. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in the Glass Family Field, Myers Stadium in Elba, Oklahoma. Freshman Parker Abrigo still on the mound for the Mule Riders. No throw, strike one to Bryce Donovan, the catcher here for the Rangers in Game 3 of this series. Bryce did not start. He came in the third inning to bat and has stayed in ever since. He slaps one into right field, going to get in foul territory and out of play. Right into the bullpen area of the Mule Riders. So great Game 3 here, but really not much different than Games 1 and 2. It's a one-run game right now in favor of Southern Arkansas. They won both Games 1 and 2 by 2 runs, so great battles by both of these teams. Ball slapped to third base, scooped up by third baseman King, and he throws to first. A rope over there to first for out number 1. So freshman Abrigo doing a great job here in relief for Southern Arkansas. Again, prior to today, he'd only pitched to one batter on the entire season, so I'm sure the head coach of the Mule Riders, Pettigrew, is loving what he's seeing from this freshman. Southern Arkansas first place in the conference at 7-1. At the plate now, Carlos Andujar. He slaps this one into center field, but it looks like it's going to be playable. And it goes over the head, but nice over-the-shoulder catch by center fielder Dakota Wright. That kind of picked up and kept going on him unexpectedly. And unfortunately, that's just a very deep fly ball out here for the Rangers. 2 quick outs now. And coming to the plate, Dashel Johnson. Johnson needs to get it going here to get these Rangers a chance to take this third game of the series. He is 1 for 4 so far in this game. First pitch, he'll look out for strike one, and Abrigo just continues to put the ball over the plate. And it's been working in his favor and his team's favor. He works kind of from the first base side of the rubber, mostly in the middle. And that'll be ball 1 on Johnson. Johnson, top 10 in the conference right now in runs scored, hits, and stolen bases. So a guy who can get on and help his team out, and that's what he needs to do right now, is find a way to get on base. This one slapped into right center. He's going to get on base. That's going to drop in there. That could be 2. It gets by the right fielder. This could end up with 3, but you don't want to go for 3. He's got too much speed. He can't help himself. Close play at third. He's safe. Dashel Johnson with tremendous speed and a little bit of guts flies into third base. And his little dance he did afterwards, was that an Elvis Presley impersonation? I'm really not sure what that was, but I'm sure it was not an Elvis Presley impersonation. That just showed my age. But he did a little dance there at third, and a lot of athleticism there by Dashel to go for that. Pretty gutsy, and his coach is probably talking to him right now, saying, way to use your speed, and you got to find a way to score for us, young man, as you do often in this conference, as he's number 3 in the conference in runs scored. And at the plate right now, the guy you want to see at the plate, Luis Mendoza. This guy knows how to get it done. If he gets a chance to put the bat on the ball, it could produce a run. And he'll look at strike 1. That ball is way outside, but still being called for a strike. It might be catching a part of the plate, but if it is, it's catching a super thin slice of it. That's a good pitch by Abrigo, though, to keep it away from Luis. This one's going to be fouled off into the dugout area of the Mule Riders. The only good thing about this situation right here is there's a big gap between third and short, and you've got to protect as a hitter right now. And so if you protect and just go with the pitch, you can slap this into left field and score a run for the Rangers. On the season, Mendoza has 16 RBIs. Like to see him get number 17 here for his team right now. Came in with a slugging percentage of .500. This ball's high and inside. That was not where the catcher lined up to take that pitch. And McGee saved a run right there as he had to dive back inside to make that catch. 1-2 now the count with 2 down here. Bottom of the 8th, man on third. Mendoza, the lefty, versus Abrigo, the right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. Outside. Nice stop there by McGee. Like any athletic event, There's a lot of mental work that goes into preparing and handling these situations. And right now that freshman's got a lot of pressure on him to not give Luis the pitch that he wants. 2-2 the count. And that's right over the heart of the plate, but fouled first base side. That's the pitch he wanted to see. So again, 2-2 the count with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. It's getting late. It's been a long game so far, 2 hours and 30 minutes. And the exciting news is, in preseason baseball, my Detroit Tigers just beat the Atlanta Braves. And I'm sure all of you listening out there are probably Detroit Tiger fans as well, so you're probably excited to hear that. Here's the pitch on the 2-2 count. Fouled off again. Good cut, good protection there. Only thing that's as exciting to me as Division II baseball is Major League Baseball, and I can't wait for those guys to start their season off. And I'm sure, like us, they want the temperature to rise about 30 more degrees at least. Here's the pitch. Up the middle. It's hit off the glove of the pitcher. Going to be a tough play at first. No, easy play at first, and they get him. So Luis can't get on base, unfortunately, and we strand a runner at third. We're going to head to the top of 9, still down 6-5. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. Well, we're back here once again, top of the 9th in Elva, Oklahoma, just south of the Kansas border by about 15 miles. And first pitch from relief pitcher Caleb Honey out there for ball 1 to left-handed hitting Brett McGee. Brett 1 for 2 on the day so far with an RBI and a couple of runs scored. Big game here for Northwestern. They're down by just 1. This ball's shot to first base. Nice snag there by Luis Mendoza on the one hopper. It was hit on a rope, but he was able to make the play, and 2 pitches and 1 out already here on the top of the 9th, and that's a great start for Honey. This has been a hard-fought game and a hard-fought series. These teams are only separated by just a few runs, and I think that's a great thing for Northwestern, that they are actually hanging very well with the number 18 team and number 1 team in the conference in Southern Arkansas. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. Ball 1. And it looks like Bryce Donovan wanted to help warm up Caleb Honey out there as he almost threw it past him towards the second baseman on the return throw back to the pitcher. Regardless, it's 1-0. Here with 1 down in the top of 9. Here's the pitch. Just low, ball 2. Not missing by much. So Cooper King at the plate right now. He's 2 for 3 on the day with a walk. So he has seen the ball very well in this game. This ball's in there for a strike, strike 1. King yesterday did not see the ball very well. He was 0 for 9, but again today been on base 3 times, so he's doing really well for the Mule Riders. So far in the season, the Mule Riders are not having a great day or a great season at the plate. They don't hit a lot of home runs. They don't drive in a lot of runs, but they are great defensively and have got fantastic pitching, which has helped them jump out to a 12-4 start on the season. And again, they're 6-0 on the road this year, including 2 wins yesterday here in Elva. 2-2 now the count. Ball slapped to third base, slow roller, and looks like he is out. They did not give him the timeout call. Oh, the batter is saying hit the ball off his own foot. And the umpire says, I did not see that hit off your foot. And it looks like that's just going to be an easy ground out by Brock Randall throwing over to first. As the hitter, Cooper King, said he fouled the ball off his own foot. And the home plate umpire is saying, I did not see it. And there are 2 down. So Brett Honey gets credit for another out here in relief. And coming to the plate now is going to be number 20, Josh Walker. So an exciting play there. Walker from Prosper, Texas. And the first pitch to him is going to just miss, ball 1. That was almost like a makeup call. That ball has been a strike all day. Walker 1 for 4 so far. Lefty and righty matchup. Here's the pitch. And that one's dribbled off into the first base side. Foul ball, 1-1 the count. So Northwestern is doing all they need to do to stay in this game. They've played great defense all day, no errors. They have pitched really well, only given up 2 runs in the last 8 innings. And now they just got to finish this inning off and get out to the plate and do some damage. That one just misses inside, 2-1 the count. On the day so far, Southern Arkansas with 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Northwestern 5 runs with 9 hits and no errors. Caleb Honey on the mound from Queen Creek, Arizona. This ball's popped up, third base side. Brock Randalls has a chance just in foul territory, and he makes the play for the third out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Honey. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Rangers trail by just 1. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back just in time for Justin Bundy. And he'll look at ball 1 on the end. Oh, called for a strike. That was the latest strike call I think I've ever seen. He called it for a strike well after the ball was on the ground. And head coach Bowen is not happy about that call. He is screaming at the umpire. The count is 0-1. He's laying into him. He is really upset about this. And he's looking for a warning, and he's not getting it. But he's just trying to fire his team up right now because they want this game bad. And he is not done. Coach Bowen getting his money's worth. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That was a total in-your-face call by the umpire. That ball was almost on the ground, called for a strike. And that's a complete lack of professionalism. Just give the coach a warning if you're upset. You don't take it out on the other team. Count goes to 1-2. We got a lot of excitement happening out here, and Coach Bowen and the umpire are having their own ways of dealing with it. This ball is hit to first base. Should be playable. Off the first baseman. That's going to get a runner on. And Coach Bowen did it. He wanted to fire his team up, and he found a way as he gets the first guy on. And I'm pretty sure now Coach Bowen's done talking. He found a way to get a guy on, and he's got to be happy about that. That's right. And I won't say who said it because I don't want to get him in trouble. But one of my assistants in the press box here just said, "Ball don't lie," and I agree 100%. That was definitely, that second pitch was nowhere near a strike. So does that mean he deserves to be on first? Probably not. But he's on first anyways off the fielding error by first baseman Josh Walker. At the plate now, Johnwell Ponce. And this is definitely a sacrifice situation as the third baseman's way in. And they're back in double play depth in the middle of the infield. One on, nobody down. Throw over to first. And no play there. So it is officially an error, the first error of the game for either team. And that will go on first baseman Josh Walker. So King in close over here at third, expecting a bunt. No bunt attempt. Shot down the third base side, but just foul. You almost had the perfect situation there. And I think the third baseman, King, is going to back up a little bit now, as that was a screamer. And yes, he's playing a little deeper now. And so it's aggressive here. Coach Bowen not going for the traditional sacrifice that you would see in a college baseball game. He wants to keep his hitters aggressive, and Ponce is a very competent hitter. He's 0 for 1 in the game officially with a couple of walks, so he's been seeing the ball well. Just hasn't had a chance to get a hit yet. There's a breaking ball hit deep to the left. It's not going to be deep enough. It's going to be inside and fielded quite easily there by Justin Hanlon. That was a shot to left field that just got hung up. And Ponce almost delivered a game-ending walk-off home run there, but not quite deep enough. So I got a little excited. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see a walk-off. It would have been the first home run for the Rangers all weekend, and they're a home run hitting team. But this cold weather has kind of dampened the ability to do that. And at the plate now is left-handed hitting Colton Whitehouse. Definitely not a bunt situation anymore. This ball's popped straight up. Second baseman coming in and will make the play right in the middle of the infield on the right-hand side. Baker making the easy play as two consecutive pop-ups are dampening the chances for the Rangers here. And it all rests on the shoulders of Brock Randalls. Brock is a tough kid here for the Rangers. I'm sure he loves this situation. He doesn't mind it one bit. So Randalls provided some entertainment earlier in the game by putting himself in a pickoff situation, did a few sprints, and found out he ended up being safe back at the bag he started at, back at first base. But he needs to deliver for his team now as they're down to their last out in this game. As we'll look at strike one, that's in the dirt, strike one, which has become kind of normal in this game. Count moves to 0-1, and we have a balk. And so does that eliminate the strike one? I love it. All right, here's the Coach Pettigrew now, and now he gets to yell at the umpire. This umpire may be needing some counseling after this game as he's taking a lot of heat from both coaches here in the ninth inning. And it looks like the umpire is giving immediate warnings to the coach, saying you cannot argue a balk call. But the coach really doesn't want to hear it. Pettigrew's going to just go ahead and keep arguing, even though the umpire is trying to tell him, get back in the dugout. So I don't know if it should... Now the umpire is running back to the coach and talking to him. Regardless, I think this is all in the favor of the Rangers. Oh, no! This is done now. They're going to send him back to first base. The home plate umpire is going to overrule the fielding umpire on the balk call, and Bowen has charged the field, and he is in the face of the home plate umpire, and he is not going to appreciate this at all. This is a complete debacle by the officiating crew of the home plate umpire, overruling now the fielding official on the balk call after the Coach Pettigrew argued his position. And what was looking like a quicker inning here in the bottom of the ninth is definitely lasting a lot longer with not much production. Well, other than the theater production that we're currently seeing. And Bowen is trying to get thrown, but he's okay. Now they're going back to the coach. He protested the call, and I think he's going to win the protest. So how about that? Pettigrew protested the call of the official and got it overturned, and then Bowen basically oh, this is just a comedy of errors right now. And they're bringing out the rule book. I love it. They're bringing out the rule book. This is so awesome. He's saying, show me in the rule book what just took place. And I can sit here with a lot of assumptions of what's taking place, but it's just too much fun to watch this take place. Now the ball gets away on the infield. Runners don't advance. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take a break because I really want to know what's going on. So we're going to be right back here in a few moments, I think, with what's going to happen next in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. So we'll be right back here in just a few moments. Okay, we're coming back now. I don't know if you saw it on camera or not, but Coach Bowen and Coach Pettigrew went behind home plate and arm wrestled, and Coach Pettigrew won. So going back to first base, and 2 down with the count being 0-1 is Colton Whitehouse, and Brock Randall's now at the plate with a 1-1 count now. I don't know how another pitch took place. It never did, but now the count's 1-1 with 2 down. And the Rangers need some life here. And here's the pitch. Into the dirt, and the runner advances. All of that to be right back in the exact same situation. Okay, so we'll call that a media timeout, and we're back now. Counts 2-1. 2 down, and Randall's only needs to get a base hit here, and oh, you've got to be kidding me. So now we're going to go ahead and get a new pitcher in the middle of a 2-1 count. Oh, no, it's just going to be a talk at the mound about how to handle this. Again, you're dealing with a freshman pitcher in Abrigo, so you can't blame the coach one bit for coming out and wanting to talk to the freshman pitcher. He wants to see this pitcher get the win in this situation. He's set up for a win at this moment, but there is activity in the bullpen for the Mule Riders. So I think this is the coach showing a lot of faith in this young man and staying with them, but it would be hard to come in and be a substitute pitcher, relief pitcher in a 2-1 count with 2 down in the bottom of a ninth. So they're going to stay with him. I can't think they would do an intentional walk and put the winning run on base. So it looks like they're going to go with this young freshman and see how they handle Brock Randalls. So Randalls at the plate right now is 1 for 2, and a base hit up the middle or into right field should score a run. Here's the pitch. Ball's popped up. First base side and just going to get out of play. So the count now moves to 2-2, and Northwestern's down to their last strike. Actually, it's 2-1. There you go. It's 2-2. So the umpire changed it to 2-2. So 2-2, 2 down, bottom of the ninth. Rangers trail by 1, tying run at second base. Go-ahead run, and Brock Randalls at the plate. Freshman Parker Abregu looking for his first career victory. That ball is low for a ball. And everybody here at Meyer Stadium held their breath expecting a strike call. Count is now full with first base open, although it is an important base at this moment. You probably don't want to give in to Randalls and give him a chance to drive one up the middle. So this should be a corner-type pitch. I would expect it to be more outside than inside. Here's the pitch. Outside just got a piece of it and fouled back. So the excitement, fans are on the edge of their seat. Most of the fans actually are in our booster box, just to the left of our press box here. And we'll start it all over again. Full count, 2 down, bottom of the ninth. Man on second is the tying run. Freshman Abregu pitching to Randalls. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. And Abregu records his first career victory as a freshman. And that's going to be all. So great game played by both these teams. The one thing you can take away from this, besides a 6-5 victory from number 18 in the nation, Southern Arkansas, is Northwestern is just a little bit away from being with this team that they just played. They lost by 2 yesterday, twice, and lost by 1 today. So great effort here by the Rangers. As I said before, March 5th, they go on the road to play Northeastern State, and then back on the road again next weekend for more conference play with University of Arkansas Monticello. Thank you for turning into the Ranger Sports Network. Once again, Southern Arkansas wins this one 6-5, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for tuning in.